Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Let's get into it today.
I've got one that can see.
Well, here we are again for another live broadcast here on Visual Disturbance channel. Everything is crazy now, so it seems. But I just want to welcome everybody back to Visual Disturbance. It has been a hot minute. It's been a minute and probably about 10 days since I've been on the channel. I've been going through some weather, literally. And just not been feeling good. It was a pretty rough week. Pretty rough last week. My voice is almost back. I'm pretty strong still. I'm getting a little bit stronger. And thanks for the prayers and concerns. But I'm just going to tell you this. If you throw sickness of any kind, when it comes to swelling lymph nodes or swollen tonsils or just a cold, it throws the wrench in the motor. It's a bad combination when you have brain visual issues. It makes things very, very hard. Okay, so forgive me for the absence. Been a little under it, but hey, thank y'all for being here with me tonight here on this interesting time to be alive. And thank y'all for being here. Hit that like button if you get an opportunity. And a few announcements. At the end of this broadcast, John Pounder's, well, is it buffering? Well, that sounds about right. At John Pounder's podcast, to be the Pounder's Quest podcast, will be around 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. So tune in to that if you get an opportunity. I don't see any buffering on my end, so thank God. But yeah, a little rusty behind the ears. A little rusty behind the ears. You guys know how I like to joke around. And well, I am a little rusty. Just give me a few moments here. My throat's killing me still, but got some coffee and some water. I'm ready to jam this thing out. But yeah, check out Pounder's Quest podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's always going to be a treat. That's being 2 hours. And I just want to thank you all so much. Seriously. And if you're just now tuning in, hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And like I said, I'm almost back, as far as my voice, what have you. But it's been kind of rough having any type of sickness, dealing with the issues that I have on a daily basis as far as this ideal brain situation. So time keeps slipping into the future. And I want a big shout out to everybody in the chat. We just did a program last night. Is time speeding up? It feels like it is, folks. It definitely feels like it is. So hopefully I'll be able to pull this off without going too. I think somebody in the chat last night was talking about Waylon Jennings, I think, 'cause my voice was getting so much deeper because I got a little frog in my throat. But let's get into it before I just ramble on. I just want to say thank you all for being here. And hit the links in the description. Hit the P.O. box. All that good stuff. And wait, a more special announcement. I'll post it when I get the link. But tonight, just throwing us out here, I'll be on a special broadcast. I never do interviews. I'm never on somebody else's platform, but I've got a surprise at 9:30 tonight. I don't know if we're going to be recording it or going live. I will be going live somewhere or recording it in a future video. but I'm totally going to a awesome, awesome platform just to have a conversation, talking about aliens, talking about all that good stuff. Well, I'm not saying good, but all this stuff that's come upon the earth, we're going to be going into a totally different type of paradigm because you don't ever see me there's not been many interviews that I've ever done. Not many people's ever interviewed me. So gonna be a treat about 9:30 Eastern time tonight. So stay tuned for that. I'll disclose the platform later on, but it's kind of an honor. Well, it's actually beyond an honor. I'm super stoked and super excited about it, even though I'm coming in about 88. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm coming in a little slow on my voice, but hopefully the Kentucky twang will make for a good interview. Well, let's just get in tonight. Let's just get into it. Thank y'all for being here. Everything is crazy now. So, I'm not making this up, folks. It's almost like we're living in paradigm shifts of movie theaters that we watched as kids. Things are coming to reality. Okay, if The Simpsons wasn't enough, it gets crazier than that. So here we go. We're just starting the program out here at six minutes in and some change. But thank y'all for your patience and dealing with me for being absent where I've been sick. So moving on. So check this out. If you you can't make this stuff up, a baby has been born from an embryo entirely designed by IVF robots. No joke. An AI-powered IV robot system by Conceivable Life Sciences has made history by creating embryos without direct human handling. The first baby in nearly 20 births so far came from automated fertilization trials in Mexico City. This in evolution could make IVF faster, cheaper, and more accessible worldwide. Well, folks, if you didn't think it came off the rails about 2020, we off into the twilight zone now. Back to the future as we go. So, get this. First thought, first reaction to this lovely information. Sarcasm inserted. Cabbage. You all know what I'm saying. Back in the 70s and 80s was a big time for this toy company. But Cabbage, there you go. Let's fill it in because I want to be respectful here to the platform and all those companies out there in this wild, wild west that we living in. But yeah, this reminds me of the Cabbage, kid situation that goes along with the orphan trains and the Tartarian, the earthquakes, the Madron Falls, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty bizarro world. Pretty bizarro. But yeah, a little insane in the membrane. So what's your all's take on this? Because it makes a person go cray-cray. Remember a little spray make it go cray-cray? Real quick like right here. So if it's not 2030, if it's not Logan's Run, if it's not the Ghost in the Machine, whatever this nonsensical reality is this Neo on steroids? Are we living in the Matrix world? My good Lord. Seriously, we should be crying out to Christ every single moment. Hello out there. Hello. I just dropped it today, didn't I? Just dropped it. That's the good news. So, well, sorry if I blew your speakers up. But yeah, this is like watching a bad film, sci-fi movie, Back to the Future, everything else in the mix. Let's just say cybernetics, cyberpunk, video game, whatever type of reality you want to choose. Now we have accomplished something so bizarre. It reminds me of these like movies that are, supposedly projected, the plot point 2070 or 2139 or whatever. And now it's going to be reality in a few years or just a few moments or whatever. And I will just forewarn you guys, I remember last year I spoke about this in a few moments. Well, it's about, I don't know, it's been a while now. 8 or 9 years ago. Oh my goodness. I'm not even kidding you. This this guy that I ran into occasionally from time to time was actually contemplating on getting a Gene, you know what, drive, literally, and saying that his son was going to play football. He's going to make daddy money because he wanted to be a linebacker and choose blonde hair, blue eye, I guess bulletproof Palladian. I don't know. But literally the guy was all hell bent, I hate to use his term, on making, let's just say, a little alteration. So if that happens that many years ago, here we go with AI the way it is, and here we are, the 2025, the transcendent time frame of humanity. You know, what's happening here? I'm hearing everything under the sun, that AI has been conscious for many, many moons. I've heard every type of nonsensical reality. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Yeah, it's what do you guys think? Let me look at the chat real quick, because this is concerning. This is super concerning. One moment as I contemplate where I'm at. I have to take something real quick. One moment. Sorry about that. But anyways, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. And I've been hearing a lot of people online saying, hey, I cannot believe this is reality. I can't believe that people are giving up. That's what I'm saying. People are saying, I want to opt out of this crazy, alterating world that we live in. If you're just now joining the broadcast, thank you all for being back in the Visual Disturbance channel. My throat's a little weak. It's going in and out, but hey, that's the way it goes when you get sick. One moment. It's not going to be the silky smooth, typical program that you're used to on Visual Disturbance, but here we are trying to make this happen. So if you didn't think it getting any weirder, I seen this drop the other day too, so check this one out. This odd fish has 30 times as much DNA as humans, a new record for animals. So, I don't know about you guys, but something is afoot. Well, of an ill like make you sick. I mean, this is crazy. So if my memory serves me correct, I'll never forget this. I was on my milk route years ago listening to something, and I even told my coworkers and everybody around, it's like, hey, do you know that there's something going on? There's these geologists finding all these rocks and everything going on, and they're looking through soil samples and everything, and they're finding human DNA, you know what, everywhere. Makes you think. I'm talking about everywhere. They was throwing, it was crazy. I can't remember what state it was in, but this is a while back. And they find DNA of you know who all over the place. So what's going on here? Is this something like Jurassic Park, twisted, manipulated realm of reality? Whatever's going on. Have y'all seen that new movie? Not to endorse it or whatever, but I used to be a big Jurassic Park fan when I was a kid. So Jurassic World Rebirth, that's a new movie came out, and I had to watch it. I had to jump into it and see what it was all about and then decode that thing. But I kid you not, through the whole film, I was thinking there has to be human DNA in these animals. So basically, it's Dr. Jekyll, Frankenstein, whatever you want to throw at it and throw on the oil. It is insane, this movie. So there's like all kinds of different dinosaurs, the new species, right? Well, I kept thinking it's got to have human, you know what, in it. So it's just weird to me that geologists not too long ago was looking into this and finding blood, you know what, all over the place. So it's either a combination of, you know, the nuclear, you know what, a little not spray make you go cray cray, but maybe there's a little bit of oozing into the water system. You know, think about it. And then these little critters here that looks like the ghoul off Stargate. Maybe Stargate is a little subliminal messaging. You know, the ghoul that gets in the back of your eyes, and your eyes glow because they become the gods. Well, maybe that's what it is, folks. Maybe it's not, like I said about the chimpanzee and talking about why there's so much emphasis on Lucy, the missing link, the chimpanzee. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe, you know, everything that is altered does literally come from us because, Dr. Jekyll or whoever it is and the 150,000, what, miles or 150,000, I can't remember. There's like 150,000 feet under the ground. There's all kinds of underground bases and good night, how many places that are submerged in water. So maybe they're just playing around with aqua life. Maybe it is the Atlanteans have, broke through and the sewage system is spitting out these guys. Who knows? But it's diabolical. Do I believe it? I have to see it to believe it, but this is just a slide. So I have to be there to believe it. Same exactly what we were just talking about the last thing. But as far as everything is coming off the rails really quick, I can't put it past what they're doing. So last time we did a program, we talked about the dodo bird. Now we got this 30 times as much DNA as humans, a new record for animals. So welcome to the insane and sanity. Let's go to the next one. Alien DNA found inside humans. No joke, this was just dropped today. I'm pretty sure it was today. And alien DNA found inside humans. It was inserted into our genes. Bonkers new study claims. So I'm going to put it to you like this. This is how crazy everything's getting. You go back 2,000 plus years ago and you look at antiquity and you look at what the fallen angel narrative and you can go through every type of civilization. Göbekli Tepe, the Denisovians, to everything under the sun. You look back and you're like, there was Vimana, there was giants, there was men that had skulls that was 6'2", and there was men that had skulls at 5'2", looking like Shrek. Okay? So there's all this stuff going on upon the land of the earth. Well, we have this right here, and now we're going for the alien card. We're shooting for it. And I don't know about you guys, but the suppression on the spiritual reality as far as our battles, principalities, all that good stuff, I'm not saying it's good. It's coming to an all-time, front line, on the offense, man. We're defense mode, offensive. We're doing it all. It's just a full-blown spiritual battle. And when you think about scripture and think about different things about what the instruction manual, what the Most High said is for us to do, put the armor of God on and get our head together and get our head out of the sand. Well, when I see this type of thing right here, I go back and think, you mean to tell me that you have the capability to do this? Or you look back at the Samaritan tablets or whatever you depicted from a translation with AI helped you incorporate, whatever, and you come up with this. I'm not denying it. I'm not saying I'm not denying. Let me reframe. I'm not denying it that they didn't think that they put this together in the new claims, the new studies. Okay, I'm not denying that. Nor am I hurting, trying to tear down or say anything negative about their profession. I'm just asking a very logical question. The public doesn't get the actual numbers, the actual documents in front of us to show us if it's true or not about the helix, the DNA sample. We don't have it. We don't know. It's just an article. It's just information on a piece of paper. Okay? We don't have it in front of us. So I kind of get a little edgy with this type of insanity. So here we are. We have another DNA factor. What's going on, folks? And I will assure you, like the article here has a little gray alien. That's what they claim that we come from. Or it's vice versa. It's probably they come from us, just like the eel and the cabbage, you know what. But welcome to the reality of insanity. Seriously, it's coming off the tracks pretty quick. So just to throw some more fun factors in, because if you didn't get to watch the program we did with David not too long ago on FOJC, there was a bunch of stuff I didn't get to talk about on there, but we're going to share some of that during this program today. I just want to thank you all so very much for being here. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. You'd be glad you did. Look at all the stuff in the description box. Hit me up on the P.O. box in the right-hand corner of the screen. I had some awesome, awesome letters from some folks the other day, and God bless you. But yeah, so let me just pause here before we move on to the more content of this program here. Not only are they trying to tell us that we either come from fish, we come from grays, we come from organisms, we come from whatever. Big bang, shakalaka, throw it in the pan, okay? it's getting crazy. I think there's a lot of folks out there. I kind of see some hands. I see some hands out there that the rhetoric and the stuff that we've been told is totally different than what is on paper. Okay, wherever the paper is, and the paper trail, and the documents, and all that, it will never see daylight. We have a archive of what 80 miles worth of files and scrolls and all that, blah blah blah, over there at the Mr. V, the the Vatican, and the 80 miles worth of scrolls and supposedly Tibetan monks and Samaritan and all these different antiquity civilizations. I've heard it all. I've heard that there's the awakening of the consciousness of mankind. If we all just come together and we just resonate on the same frequency of the geometric, I mean, it's always that. It's always some type of like complexity of somebody. Oh, it just drives me insane. It drives me insane. I'm ranting. But when you have your electromagnetic field and all these different things and all this stuff that they can prove, supposedly, then you think about, why are they pushing this agenda and making us believe, we're going side to side. We're being told this, being told that. We can't get the translation. We can't get the facts here. This stuff over here don't make sense. And here's what I come down to. This is me. This is how my mind works. And forgive me. I'm not going to say anything about occupation or profession or academia, nothing. This is how I roll. If you get something new, how do you evaluate it? That's not a question for the chat. That's just kind of just open question. Do you test what it is? What's a tire made of? What's a piece of plastic made of? What's the chemical compound? That's kind of the way I roll. Okay. I don't think of it as like, okay, I got something new. I'm like, hey, I think about and break it all down. I guess it's the critical thinking or the analytical mindset that I have. I want to see what it is. I want to know how it's made, because I can't make it. So if I can try to figure out how to make it, wouldn't that be cool? That's kind of the way I've always been. But that's a question for everybody. Do we ever question what stuff is made out of? And I can raise my hand and say no. I can say that. I'm not a hypocrite. There's been 1,000 times I'll be like, these things are the best thing that's been under the sun. I can sell you anything, right? I've done that before in sales. And come to find out, half the stuff that I was selling was not good for, watch what I say. If you look really deep and take a deep rabbit hole into the chemical compounds, right? So to see something like this, they're going to make it so easy to believe that we're not, let's just say, critically thinking, or maybe just dumb as a box of rocks. Maybe they think that we don't have any logical, critical thinking mindset to believe that we can think for themselves, right? That's what I'm thinking. I think we can get into different species of aliens. We can talk about people, hybrid humans, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. Yes, there's all kinds of manipulation going on. There's been through the fall. Okay, we can look at the fallen angel narrative. We can look through all of it. There's been all kinds of craziness going on. Even back to the day of Jesus Christ at Calvary, there was crazy stuff going on. And we're in it now. And we're in that type of season. We cannot be sitting here and be deceived and just first take what this is saying. Now, if you look at the Great Decree in 1964, if I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong, when you look into a little bit of that, I think they've already done it. They ain't going to get, let's just say, they've already probably done it. Okay, let's just say that. I'm going to try to watch my wording. A lot of people get mad at me for that. I had somebody yelling on the chat last night. We was on FOJC, just spit it out. And I'm like, I'm respecting the YouTube policies, and I'm respecting the channel, the platform, FOJC, right? Same thing here, Visual Disturbance. I'm not going to say something and disrespect any kind of parties in that manner. So, trying to respect the policies the best of my abilities. But yeah, so we can't sit back here and just believe all this rhetoric. All the years we've been alive, and it's just like all this stuff is coming at us in buckets now. And I used to be back this. Here's me back in the day. Well, hey man, I'm here to put some milk in your store for you. How you doing? just put it over there. Don't let it sweat on the ground. It's 100 degrees outside. Mop it up, you boy. And I'd be like, yes, sir. How you doing? And then anything comes up, they'll be like, they think the aliens are coming. You see somebody wearing a t-shirt that says NASA on it. I said, what are you wearing? I used to, and I'd be like, dude, I can't back you up on this. There'd be people that managers and stuff. If I can't take you serious today with your shirt on. And then I would hear me have a conversation about it and like elaborate what I'm actually saying. And if I started speaking about these things, we have alien DNA found inside our human bones. It was inserted by the Anunnaki, the Manukurabu, and where it's the new bonkers, new study claims. If I did that back then, man, what's wrong with you, man? You the dumbest milkman I ever seen. You talking all the conspiracies? Facts, right? You just can't make this stuff up. And actually, just to throw it out there, I actually did get told that, so it doesn't really matter, right? Anything I tried to do, you're just a dumb old boy from Kentucky. But now, hello, 2025, the Greys are here to place us here. Crazy, crazy, crazy realm. Crazy realm we live in. And then it's just so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Lord help us, please. Give me ability to fight through all this nonsensical driving. It's insanity. I seen somebody the other day speaking and saying, I can't even keep up. There's just so much overload. Man wasn't supposed to keep up. We wasn't supposed to be in this state of consciousness 24/7, worried about if we're gonna die from the sand domes or from the Sahara or the white snow, the yellow snow, the metal, the spray cray. You can go all day long. We're gonna shift to the 3D, 5D, 4D, 10D Earth simulation, crossover to the heavenly two-face realm. It was. You all know what I'm saying. I hope you do. Anybody that's out there, visual disturbance world, I pray y'all understand what I'm trying to say and articulate here. Okay, we have the vibratory rate of a certain frequency, and all of a sudden, pop, we're gonna be in the same place. It's an empty world over there. It's been simulated. It's cloned. We have the coffee shops. Everything's alignment. All you gotta do is send to the next reality, and you'll be like, it's the same dang road. It's the same milk cooler. I don't want a duplicate. What's wrong with you people? Oh man, I'm sorry the mic got a little hot there, but y'all get what I'm saying. We're living in the twilight zone. And I'll leave you with this. Well, I'm not gonna leave just yet. We need to focus on what we are here for. Focus on just good and like loving humanity. Do something. And we're like this. The quantum entanglement is taking us over. You know it. Y'all know it. There's people you go out and go, I hate life. I'm just trying to exist. I can't stand it. And then they'll get their phone. Like I made the comment the other day. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. And I'm guilty of that. But when you have infirmities and things that you really want, you just want to become the same guy you used to be 7 years ago, and that's me. I'm talking about me. My visual issues, all those balance issues and everything. If I could go back to 100% like I used to be, man, look out, world. Here I come. Okay? 2025, if I could time travel back to 2019 and fix things, 2025 me would probably be ready for the apocalypse because I could bench press, lift stuff. I was a stout man. I'm 5'11", give or take, 6 foot on a good day. And I could straight up, I was a hillbilly strength from back in the day. I was a stout man. Yeah, look out, alien dwellers. Could you imagine? Sorry for the rant. I can't help it. I can't help it, folks. Get me fired up here on this one. That was a long rant, wasn't it? So, check this out. This movie, I showed this video not too long ago. A movie made in 2015 will not be seen until 2115. So, supposedly this is a time capsule. I've talked about this on FOJC, but I thought it was very valuable to put on Visual Disturbance channel. So, A movie made in 2015 will not be seen until 2115, some kind of social experiment. Maybe some people here in this chat here, when we transcend to the, the electric lines of whatever, and we can get a golem and stick it in a socket. Maybe we can bring back the stationary pod from Quantum Space Force, and we'll pop out of the pod. And here we are. I'm here to watch the movie. I got some expired popcorn and some dirty old milk jugs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. This is, it's like the same thing when we are, let's just say the people they used to run, couple years ago, last year, let's take that 2024. They literally spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to see if Thanos when he did this. If I'm not kidding you. So I'm going to say Thanos. I didn't say Mentos. I didn't say Mentos. Thanos from Marvel. Like he'd be clicking his finger, and he can see if time would shift. So maybe they did it. Maybe they just spent 100-something thousand. Maybe that's why we're going through a black hole, according to the so-called people of the power. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to even worry about 2115 in a time capsule. And if maybe I'll do a video. Don't watch the movie. I'll buy the popcorn. I'll seal it up and everything and put it in a time capsule, put it somewhere and bury it somewhere in America. If you can find this location, you will find Visual Disturbance in 2115. Oh my goodness. So anyways, just in case you're around in 2115, you're going to have your blockbuster movie coming to a theater near you. Definitely going to happen. Definitely going to happen. So, not only, I've said about this before on Visual Disturbance, but I had to include it. Finland is, well, they're once painted, but they're still doing it. Reindeer antlers with reflective paint to stop 4,000 road accidents yearly. So we can't even go out back and we go up to, if you look, if you're in a neighborhood, you'll hear, and all of a sudden, it's everybody. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Crashes everywhere. So maybe we need this reflective paint and some type of force field around our vehicles because everybody has lost the ability to learn how to drive. Okay, I haven't been able to drive since 2019. I guess I need to get on the Oculus and control it telepathically with a bunch of people because forgive me for being a little harsh there, but oh my goodness, I would never put a VR headset on. By the way, that's a whole nother rant for a whole nother program. Yeah. So it's a whole nother probe. I just can't. My eyes can't take it. So people's lost ability to drive. So Finland can see those, the elk, the reindeer, spray them. Maybe they're doing it for the UFO, the Vimanas, and their little friends that are coming out of the cracks and crevices of Denmark or New Jersey. Let's they're reflecting light from the heavens and they grab the elk and the deer and have a good old, let's just say a barbecue. So what's going on here? Crazy world we live in. But yeah, go to Finland, get you some reflective paint. And I got to throw this in here, even though it's a rendering. The rendering here, and what a lot of people hate this when I bring this up on the Visual Disturbance channel, this is the Holy Bible. I recommend the King James Version Bible, but I enjoy Scripture. I enjoy applying it to my reality. I like to let that lean on my understanding, like not my own understanding, but lean on the understanding of this. And I like to use this as an instruction manual, the first book I go to. So, if you're new to the channel, just wanted to shout the Bible out for a little bit. Just give it a shout out. So yeah, reflective paint, get your Bible, and you'll be dodging and weaving into this insanity of realm. And let's have some more fun here on the Visual Disturbance tonight. I feel like I'm kind of getting my voice back. My voice. I think there was a gentleman last night was wanting me to say Waylon Jennings or something. I can't even remember. It was cracking me up though. Waylon Jennings. I don't even. My voice is so. I don't know. I got Cody in the house here tonight from Texas. Yeah, Waylon Jennings. Y'all got me all cracking up. I know what you're talking about. I knew who Waylon Jennings was, but I was trying to remember some of his music. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, there was a song. I think he has a son. I can't remember which song it is though. He played on, what was that movie from Walk? Yeah, it was Walk the Line, the Johnny Cash rendition of yeah. Oh yeah, the Dukes. Yeah, I got you. But I think his son even played in that. He goes, if I remember that, "I'm a long way from home. Everything's," I can't remember. I'm gonna make it up, but "Someone's please watch over me." I can't remember all the lyrics. It's like terrible because my voice is dried out. But could you imagine? Here I am with the Bible on the screen. Forgive me, Lord. But yeah, just Waylon Jennings. He was making fun of my voice because it sounded like I got a turtle in my throat. But yeah, real quick before we get on Waylon Jennings, read your Bible, enjoy the Bible, and walk in truth instead of trying to call forth the Vimanas to take you over into the astral plane. So, moving on here. Waylon Jennings. I can't remember some of them songs. I used to be raised up on them songs. I can't remember them all. There's so many. There's so many. I don't know. There's all kinds of people in the chat probably making fun of me right now, but that's okay. I'd rather for y'all to be laughing in this dark world than just sitting there in torment and acting angry and probably yelling at whoever, yelling at the dog screaming next door, yelling at your neighbor. Just laugh at me all day long. The doormat, I've got them. They're going to be sold here soon. It's going to have visual disturbance. And it's going to have a doormat, and everybody can have a doormat. And when they think of my name, they just go out there and beat the doormat, just step all over it. So there you go. Coming soon to visual disturbance world. But yeah, well, I'm joking, but maybe it might be a reality. a prosthetic hand that feels touch, heat, texture could define what it means to be human. Well, it's like the movie Wakanda. What was it, the Black Panther, and they had the not carbon fiber, the exoskeleton and had it all. Literally, they like could feel everything, or not feel everything, but their sensory system was engaged, and they were basically one flesh with some type of foreign technology. Right? Crazy stuff. Crazy. So anybody out there, though, in all seriousness, a prosthetic leg. If anybody's watching, I know some people that has had these type of horrible accidents. Okay, and big shout out to you folks. You know that I'm a big advocate. I care for people. When I just see anybody in any kind of all this stuff that I've been through the last 7 years, when I see somebody that's just, when I've always been like that, sensitive to when I see somebody that is disabled or handicapped, or you're not disabled or handicapped. Don't let people put you down. If you look different, if there's something wrong with you from an accident, don't you let people put you down. And if you have to have a prosthetic, I get it, and try your best to navigate and be of good cheer. Don't give up, because I know how it is to not give up. So big shout out to anybody out there dealing with that nonsense, because I've still got all my legs, praise God, but I'm dealing with this vision and brain issue. So yeah, my heart goes out to you guys. So anybody out there dealing with this kind of stuff, the prosthetic stuff is very interesting to me. I would say that I've seen some interesting things. I seen a video not too long ago. This young lady had literally, I think, her whole arm off, and she could twist her wrist, and the hand would crawl across the table. I put it on my Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. And man, it was like creepy, the whole demonstration. But then when I thought about it, she has mobility to a certain extent. And I just, look, I don't know. There's just certain things, I get it. And a lot of people would be like, that's fallen angel technology. Well, that's technology, yes, but they've got the ability to use an arm. And I've seen a lot of people have horrible situations. And I'm just very grateful and thankful. I'm just so thankful. Just because I could have, what happened to me, I could have very easily had anything like that happen to me. And then worse, not be here. I've said that many times on the channel. Literally be obsolete, like not here, in the grave. Okay. And I'm thankful for my life. And like I said, if there's anybody out there dealing with any kind of infirmity, be of good cheer, keep your head up. Don't look toward negative things, because people are full of negative ways, negative teachings. People will knock you down and try to destroy and make fun of you. And you are here for a purpose. You are here, and God has you standing where you are. Believe me, I've had to humble myself and come to that realization that anything can happen and you can be set. I mean, just you could have everything going, and all of a sudden something happens and just changes your whole paradigm. So if you're out there dealing with anything like that, keep your head up. Do not lose focus, because you are here for a purpose. And if you ever see me out in the realm of this existence, I'm joking, but out here in the Western world of America, you see me out, don't hesitate to come up and say hello, because that's what it's all about. Humanity needs to have that connection again. And God bless you if y'all are dealing with this type of stuff. And anybody out there, we're all going through stuff. There's people with healthy bodies and everything. And I wasn't talking about the crew that's on this chat here, but I have seen some people online in some dire straits that they are saying they're giving up on life. The rapture didn't happen. And I'm not going to be laughing about this at all. A lot of people in the chat, it's very serious. I've seen some sick stuff. Like there's people now that are grieving. They took their stocks, they took their house, they sold everything because they said they was going to be raptured to the new earth and everything. What are we doing? What's wrong with us? Like I'm talking about, first of all, whoever fooled them to believe in that, and then second off, the people that are making fun of people now, they're having issues, spiritual issues and physical issues. Yes, something provoked them to do that. There's a lot of folks out there that are grieving now because of decisions, and I know everybody is they have to be accountable for themselves. Okay, I get it. But we shouldn't even be making fun of anybody. Like zero. But guess what? They done such a good job with the television, rabbit ears. They did such a good job of destroying us spiritually, mentally, and a lot of physical. Seriously. We've lost our way. I've said it many times on this channel, and we should be ashamed of ourselves. Anybody out there that's healthy and got their belly full and got their pantry full all the way out there looking like it's Costco, look, be of good cheer. You're super blessed. I'm not saying anything against it. I'm not making fun of anybody. But I'm just going to say this. We shouldn't complain about nothing. Zero. I am going to raise my hand and say that I'm guilty of everything I just said. Complain, complain, complain. And I will say that because I get in such a bad state. That's why sometimes I don't upload as much. And especially where I was sick last week, I get in such bad shape, folks, that I'm either laying in bed all day. It is crazy. It blows your mind. It'll blow your mind. Things are just insane. So, if you're dealing with stuff and it makes you just go cray cray, just don't go outside and smoke. A little spray make you go cray cray. But if you really are having a hard time, there's peace, there's joy, there's mercy. You like I said, don't let those thoughts go into your mind that you're not worth things or worth anything. Don't ever think it. Don't talk negative. Let's get out of it. Let's all work on that. Be the change you want to see and have humanity. Like literally help humanity. Seriously, and be joyful. Be joyful. Like if you can't get out of bed, you can still help. You can still participate in some shape or form. Don't let anybody with a higher stature or higher education tell you that you cannot do that. So I've seen people out there. I've seen people on the grind. And man, whew. Yeah, I'm just a good old boy from Bluegrass, Kentucky State here, and I just can't stand for it. I can't stand for people getting made fun of. I got made fun of my life up until, well, even recently. But it doesn't bother me now because the thick exterior, maybe I got that cloaking technology like they do over there in Hawaii and the blue tarps and all that. I got to get me one of those suits and walk around in it. I'm sarcasm inserted. Moving on. Well, you can't even see it. But the countdown begins only in 64 days. This slide is old, but it is happening, folks. The DEF CON is coming to a theater near you. The great mothership is taking us home, and we are going to go where no man has gone before. Our bodies are containers and our souls are boards, and we're just collecting information. I'm being sarcastic. This is the stuff that's going on, though, in the realm of the world that we live in. This is the stories and of what you hear. There's people with educations and 14 different degrees. They're talking about certain things to do with Three-Eye Atlas. The alien invasion is coming November 2025. So we got literally a month or so, about a month, and it's going to be DEF CON 10. Sarcasm inserted once again. I will just say this. Whistleblowers coming out. There's Mr. Dylan. That's all I'm going to use the first name. Then Jeremy interviewed him not too long ago. There's so much coming out. Dylan was on an interview the other day. That's how I'm going to say his first name, talking about Bigfoots and Navy uniforms. Well, if you go back, just do a little history research. There's been talks about that in the past. So welcome to the Bigfoot community. If you're here at Visual Disturbance World, no joke. Bigfoot got him a promotion. He got him a promotion. I'm not making this up, folks. So anyways, I made the comment the other day about, singularity and, AI mechanisms. I'm always making comments on my Facebook post. If you haven't subscribed or followed, please do. The link's in the description. MX account and all that. And I thought about it. I really did. I critically thanked on it for probably, for a long period of time, just on the interview basis on what he was bringing up and the application, the aspect of it all. And I thought to myself, I said, man, that's crazy, because I've heard many stories of CIA and other folks saying that there was creatures that looked hairy, but they was wearing suits, looked like something out of our military or whatever. And I thought that was crazy. I think it was off coast to coast, like 10 years ago or 12 years ago, something like that. And so not only do we have this Three-Eye Atlas coming to a theater near you, and they're saying their probes are coming off of it now. They say it broke apart. It's got its own self-propulsion system. We got 3 other pods coming out of it now. That's just as big as the other. It's manifesting. It's coming over here down the south. I mean, it's Arizona, the western side of America can see it now. It's going to be exposed, and it's going to pass through Mars. And then all of a sudden, voila, we're in the astral realm, And yeah. Yeah, one moment. Yeah, so sorry to get off the groove there. But yeah, so a lot of this is picking up the rhetoric and insanity with it. People are saying that this is actually going to come somewhere and land, and I've heard everything. I've heard that the trajectory is going to change. All of a sudden, it's going to go DEF CON 25 and be 4,000 million miles an hour, and it's going to directly hit Earth. I've heard everything under the sun. There's going to be 10 million people on it. There's different nationalities on it. It's everything that this is the ark, I guess. This is the Anunnaki ark they was specifying back in those texts. Folks, it's time to get checked up. I'm serious. Because I know somebody, I know you guys too, but there's a King of Kings, and he's not going to forsake us, okay? So bring on your egg shape, your triangle shape, your submarine shape, whatever it is, octagon, cigar shape, tornadic, twister, whatever, tongue twister, whatever. Bring it all down, shine a little orb light, let her fly, whatever. Go ahead and do what you gotta do, because we not in that game. We're not in the club. We ain't in that reality, and we need to be vigilant and stay strong and I can't talk valiant, and stay the course and keep our mind and our eyes on the King, not be talking and playing around saying, hey, can I get an upgrade? Hey, buddy, I hate this Earth. The 2D Earth didn't happen. The Rapture didn't happen. Can you give me an upgrade? While everybody's in line for the upgrade, if Brian can get him a crowbar and maybe a DeWalt drill and maybe a blowtorch and maybe a plasma rifle, I'll be in the back end past the security system, half blind, trying to hack the darn thing. I'm talking about the Vimana or the spacecraft. Okay? While everybody's in line, can you get me? I'm going to be like this. It's time to pull all the transformers down. We're going to keep this thing in the containment unit out in the field down by the river. Okay? And then once I get it re-engineered, I'm joking, folks. Once I get it re-engineered, I'm going to get on that thing and go across the ice while we go. Forgive me. Oh, I'm trying to feel better, folks. I'm trying to feel better. Across the ice wall where no Kentuckian have been before. Bye-bye, bluegrass. Yeah. Oh, man. But seriously, everybody be in line be like, dang, is that a hillbilly?
Hillbilly gone wrong. Hillbilly gone bad. Deploy the rays.
Oh, welcome back to Visual Disturbance, folks, because sometimes I go and I haven't been live for a while and I've been sick, so this is good for me to get on here and just relax with you guys because it has not been fun the last week. I can't reiterate that enough. It has not been the best. So, but yeah.
Earthling gone bad. He goes across the ice wall, the forbidden place. The treaty has been broken.
Oh, this is a slide. I gotta share this real quick so y'all can laugh a little bit. I'm gonna show some stuff that I presented at Spiracy Con. So if y'all didn't get an opportunity to go, you're gonna see some stuff that I incorporated with that. And yeah, it's bad, folks. But yeah, I'm gonna drink me some more coffee. Getting live, boy. Getting live. Well, Daddy, I just go back there. Could you imagine? Seriously. Forgive me, folks. I'm kind of scoffing here, but we know what happened the last 5 years ago. You know, I'm not making fun of anybody. I know what happened with this old world, you know. But anyways, and I know what they taught us at kindergarten. Now, see the heels of the feet. See the heels of the feet. Now, when I tell you to jump, you line up with your classmate, and you do the exact same thing, your heels and your toes and all that. I'm not kidding you. Welcome to Kentucky, folks. Marching off into the... I'm not making fun of anything. I'm talking about my experience only, for entertainment purposes only. Follow the way! Dan's in the chat. I'm feeling a little bit better, buddy. Feeling a little bit better. So yeah, onward we go. Here comes the Vimana to take us away. Next thing on the list, I know y'all have heard me talk about this. I got to move on because I know y'all are probably like, what is wrong with Brian? Well, it's been a long week. Can I reiterate? I did that on purpose. A lot of people make fun and people have been making a lot of slander toward me and saying he repeats himself. He's an idiot. He can't speak fluent English. Well, you should have seen where I came from. But anyways, but seriously, he can't speak fluent English. How dare he present anything? I'm just making comments, okay? Because I see a lot of lashing out and mockery. He can't even say A through Z. He can't even see. Oh, man. But anyways, Bugs Bunny is not looking too good here. I actually showed this slide on Spiracy Con. This is supposedly a fungus, something going around in all kinds of different states, even the reindeer, the snowmen, everybody's getting it. And it looks a little rough to me. So my first applying my application to it, this is not even nothing that I talked about, different content, because I didn't say anything. I referenced it at Spiracy Con, but when you're talking about radiation and something that goes in the forestry, that's not supposed to be in the forestry, and it's a compound, it's got a big old piece of yellow tape on it, caution, deadly force. Well, the deers and the rabbits and the eagles and the hawks and the cavemen and Bigfoot, they don't listen because they can't read apparently. And these poor animals are dealing with this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So this next one is let's get you laughing here. I'm gonna get off here in a few minutes though. If y'all want me to. If y'all want me to stay on a little bit longer, I'll stay on a little bit longer. I don't want to ramble on. I'm trying to get loosened back up and get back in the flow of things here at Visual Disturbance. Welcome to the channel. If you're just now here, first timer, there's been several people subscribed, so God bless you and thank you for being here. I'm just a crazy old bluegrass boy from Kentucky, where some of the green grass grows. It just depends on where you're at, and I'm just trying to make a difference in this world and trying to shine a little light, because it seems like everything's coming off the rails, and if we don't get to a certain level of understanding that we are being bamboozled on every front and corner, and treat everybody with dignity and love and mercy, and having that ability to literally once again unite as humanity. And I'm not talking about the strawberry cow here. I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about the UFOs coming. I'm talking about like the Native Americans and folks used to get together and be able to coexist. Yes, and then if we put in the actual right type of mechanisms when it comes to other things, instruction manual. Remember the instruction manual I talked about earlier? The biblical stuff, and relate back to those things, society might get back on the rails. But let's pray for that. So this strawberry cow here on the screen here, I was a Spears Con, quite a few people, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a good old time. It was kind of funny. Had this whole presentation out, and I went up, set up on the podium and did my thing. And a lot of the stuff I had come up on not on the fly, but I had like a little bit of a template to go by, some bullet points. But I had to go by memory because a lot of this stuff was either relating to milk route, just getting everybody to know who I was. So I made the comment on there, and because I used to get this question all the time: where does this type of cow come from, or this or that? And I'm like, what do you mean? And they was talking about chocolate milk, and I would say, chocolate milk, they don't have those, it's not a special cow. And people would get so outraged, and they would be so adamant about what they thought they knew, and they would stomp, throw stuff. I've even had somebody kick my milk crates that was empty down on a back of the milk truck, and just get irate, just completely like tribalistic warlike. And I was like, there's no such thing as a chocolate cow. It's a powder mixture, some type of cocoa mixture, and there's all kinds of other ingredients. That's where you get your chocolate milk from. And in the crowd there at Spears Con, I said, there's no, I used to say to them, people, I was like, we don't got strawberry cows. And I said, maybe they'll end up saying, if I had stayed at it and not got hurt, nobody ever asked me if they had a blueberry cow. So it's crazy out there, folks. It's crazy. This is before, 2019, people ask me if there's, strawberry cows and chocolate cows. I'm talking about grown adults, folks. I'm talking about grown adults, like 60 years old. Yeah. Yeah, it's off the Twilight Zone. And here's the next one that was real fun. Just a little fun-filled entertainment purposes only here. And I just want to thank you all so much for the donations, too, and being blessed. And just being a part of the Visual Disturbance. You guys don't understand how much this means to me for y'all get on here. I mean that. Your time is valuable to me. There's oh my goodness. The love and support, people that I've shook hands with, just rolling up on me, and seeing people at SpiracyCon, you all have no idea how much you've blessed me. So, and I even made the comment, so thank you. So I made the comment during the presentation too, if the way things keep going, Bigfoot and dogmen is on the cryptid list, right? But cows will be deployed as on that categorization of cryptids because cows are going to be extinct here soon. Between the cattle mutilation, the grays, and everybody taking them out, and dogmen and Bigfoot will have a buddy, the cows, because it's bod, right? Sarcasm inserted, but yeah. There's a little, this is not facts, okay? So don't, sorry if this is not a factual slide, but maybe in 10 years, maybe in 5, give or take, 2030 is almost here. 2030 is almost here. So I made a few other comments because everybody, if you ever come up on here on this channel, we talk about all kinds of different wild things, especially the old milk career. I had this slide here, Bigfoot always watching me. I never had an encounter with Bigfoot, but I looked into the crypto world as far as the Bigfoot enthusiasts have literally come to the conclusion that skunk milk is a repellent. Skunk milk is a repellent. And I even made some quirky comments during the presentation. I guess it's where skunk ape came from in the cryptid world of Bigfoot researchers. So skunk ape, if you get you a little skunk milk repellent from 2019, it'll be buttermilk on steroids. It'll be very potent. And any Bigfoot coming out of probably a 2,000 mile, a 20-mile radius will not come and get you if you go into the national forest. Now, I'm just joking. I'm not giving advice, and that is not a salesman thing. That is totally entertainment purposes only. But I once did, and many times have had milk playing in milk. That's what they used to say whenever the milk would explode, because it'd be 150 degrees outside, or you'd be in your back of your truck and everything dumps. I had milk poured from my head to my toe, and I'd go in the store and be like, "Dang, you stink. Man, boy, when'd you take a bath? Your truck stink, you stink, y'all stink. You the stinkiest milkman I ever met." Well, it's because we've had to literally run 15 hours and our milk spilled all over us at 2 a.m. So, skunk ape, skunk milk. I had to go to some stores that was in the forest, in the backwoods of Kentucky. No wonder I never had an encounter with Bigfoot. Okay. So God works things out in mysterious ways, and skunk milk repellent. And I guess on top of the doormats, I'll sell these in the future too. I'm joking. I'm talking about the slide. Anybody with an intuitive mindset knows what I was referring to in a joke and sarcastic way. And go skunk milk. Go skunk milk. I'll have to make a shirt with that. It'll be fine. But yeah, so that being said, folks, I got a few things. I want to say something else real quick. I had this one more slide here. Let me see. Yeah, this was the one I wanted to bring up. So, new research suggests black holes may transform into white holes, ejecting matter in time instead of collapsing into endless singularities. Okay, so I made the comment the other day on Facebook, and I couldn't stand it. I'm sitting there listening to a lot of folks and different, walks of life, and that's fine. Look, I'm open to have people on here that are never even heard anything biblically or what have you, because that's what I want to do, is reach out to people, and maybe they'll actually think, hey, look, there's something to that. There's something to that about Jesus or the cross or whatever, and really chime in to the biblical narrative, and that would be, what a blessing, right? But I'm not going to just force somebody. I want to respect and then build up relationship. That's how you do it. You can't just throw everybody, you can't throw the book at people. You can't. It doesn't work that way. But when you talk about dark matter, and black holes and everything and endless singularities, you can get a lot of commentary with that real quick from all walks of life. So this is what I wrote. I said, singularity has already happened. Most of the population has just been secluded from it for centuries and beyond. And, well, the post, I drawed a futuristic city, and I called it's called Breakaway Civilizations. That's what it's called. And that's what Admiral Byrd was probably referring to, and he's like, there's places beyond where no man has been before. Let me adjust the seat. It just dropped. Sound effects deployed. But yeah, the seat just dropped. Speaking of technology, I was getting ready to go to Arc Alpha. Did y'all see me drop it like it's hot? I mean, I was, folks, I'm so sorry about that. The hardware's falling apart. Thank God I didn't go through the hole. See you later. Singularity's got me. But I said it's called a breakaway civilization. And you think about the different land formations, the stories of Atlantis, Lemura, and you think about the cities that have archaeology referencing to people going disappearing, the Gateway of the Gods in South America. There's so much to the Sahara, the stories of, everywhere. There's so many different archaeology sites all over this good old earth that has so much information. And I thought about this, whatever we're living in, the AI, the singularity, whatever it is, it's already been done. Because you can look through in India and different other locations, there's architect work that's buried that was not done by human means at all. All we do, we're over here like, hey buddy, why'd you get the milk? Why'd the milk go bad? And you're like, it's 150 degrees and I couldn't get the milk in the cooler fast enough and the gallon started swelling. Well, you gotta do a better job. And it's like, well, I used to say, can I turn the sun off? I'll turn the sun off if you'd like me to, because this person be cussing me, yelling at me. I'd be like, can I turn the sun off for you? You know, I would try if I could. Well, 2025.
We're gonna darken it out.
Right? And I was always making like, I didn't mean to get off subject, but I was always like throwing stuff out there to like wake people up. Like even back then, because I already knew about manipulation of what was going on up in the cosmos, right? I'm not saying I know everything, but it's interesting that now the conspiracies are coming to light, right? But yeah, let's get back on that breakaway civilization. When you have red cubes coming from the sky, you have literally documentation of that one of the first three presidents, the Decoding the Code with Tyler Gilreath, he was discussing that in that interview. And Paul, I think it was Anna Paulina or Luna today on Danny Jones' podcast was talking about this whole thing. And was discussing there was other accounts of red cubes coming down.
Is it Tron?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have us. the incursion is here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously. And I guess that's where the red and blue comes from. Hello. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. Speaking of red light, don't even get me going. Light therapy. Yeah. But my throat's getting a little dry. But yeah, breakaway civilization, singularity, and we got the scraps, folks. And now we get to listen to robots and listen to people telling us that we have to jump down this narrative. So the real stuff's out there, folks, but where has man gone to? As he went down the Indiana Jones MacGyver section and did that, or did he go down the section of jumping through an interdimensional gateway and saying, sayonara to some other culture back in the time travel mechanisms? I don't know, folks. It's coming off the rails pretty quick. And yeah. So I'm going to wrap it up here. And I want to thank you all. There's quite a few people in the chat tonight. Say hello to everybody. And what I can leave you with this too is keep our minds clear, because there's a reason why we have a temple. Like we're speaking. We're navigating through this world. There's a creator. We need to keep our eyes on believing and having compassion and love and saying, man, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it anymore. But the world is making, in this commentary from people online, we just have to give up is what people are saying. One moment, because I'm getting ready to drop down this seat has lost its way. There we go. Maybe one drop it like it's hot and I'd fly out. Wouldn't that be wild? Yeah. Visual disturbance. He hit his head again and he's out of here. Oh man. I could not. Yeah. But I just want to thank you all for so much for being here. I'll take a few things here. Hippie Hebrew, Helmstead, what's going on? Ernie T, be blessed, man. You're awesome. I see you all the time in the chat. PC user, I don't know your name, but you're always rolling here. I see off and on. Thank you so much for being so kind. Yeah. And I'm trying to, what we were having, what? Oh, yeah, my P.O. box is in the right-hand corner, PC user, in the right-hand corner of the screen. DGSMMA. I think you're the one that made the comment. If my memory serves me correct, the Waylon Jennings comment from yesterday. I think it was you, man. I think it was you. It wasn't me. Or wasn't nobody else. There it is. Waylon. You guys are messing with me. You're cracking me up. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? The Walk the Line. I'm a long way from home. Everything's gone wrong. Someone please watch over me. I don't know. I don't know. It was just I just remember listening to that soundtrack from the Walk the Line movie, and I don't know. But yeah, my throat's sore still, and it's hard to even get belting. I can barely even speak. I can barely speak when I'm not sick. Oh man. Oh, but yeah, we're supposed to be joyful, right? We're supposed to be joyful, and just be peaceful in this crazy reality world that we live in. Jared Miller, it's good seeing you. Aaron Curry, it's good seeing you. My voice is going out a little bit on this channel or on this show tonight. But hey, that's how we roll. Yeah, I'll be like, man, hillbilly. I can do hillbilly sore throat. It sounds just like I always do the impersonation, but I can't do it. I can barely talk like myself tonight. Waylon, Brian Norman, guilty. I don't know what that means, but hey, welcome to this channel. I know that you're not seeing anything negative, but hey, I don't know. Oh, David Lawson, good seeing you, man. Good seeing you. But yeah, yeah. I like just totally off subject here. The extra features of the broadcast tonight. So this is where it gets quirky, okay? Even though it was kind of quirky earlier. Which is where we kind of wind down. I'm gonna wind it down a little bit here. I'm gonna have a good time. And try not to. Yeah. One moment. I've had all kinds of technicalities. The seat blowing up. I've had a few little things I had to take care of while we're sitting here. Isaiah 12. What is that? No more for Brian. No, what? That's so funny. Always good to see you. Good seeing you too. Tim, good seeing you. Just trying to keep it real, folks, because this world, trying to be a lot of the world. Some people are bouncing off here because I know I'm coming down to it, but maybe I can. Maybe I can DDA or MMA. Yeah, maybe I can. Maybe I can belt something out. DGS, MMA. The only thing I used to know a bunch of Waylon songs, but I got away from a lot of music throughout my time, and I don't even remember all of them. Do you remember the Old Country Road? I think it was Old Country Railroad or something like that. I don't remember now, but it goes, Jesus and Mom will always love me, even when the devil took control. I can't remember all of it. I can't remember it all. Yeah, I'll have to do a variant of that or something. Someone watch over me. The aliens are after me. The V-Monas are in my backyard. The grocery stores are out of food. I'm running around acting like a fool. This old world's something. I'd probably say something. This old world's expiration date's running out. Jesus and Ma will always love me, even when the devil took control. That song. Look, I'm not trying to. When you go back and listen to these lyrics, my goodness, what in the world's going on? Yeah, it's just crazy. Just crazy. Oh, man. But there's the fun fact that I'm having a good time here, and I hope you all are doing that too and enjoying it. That's what it's all about. I know the last few moments, the last 14 minutes has been kind of quirky but kooky kind of thing. But hey, welcome to the channel. Thank y'all for being here. I try to have a good time. Been going through the grind, trying to adapt. I've had all kinds of weird anomaly things in all seriousness since literally last month. Back going out, neck going out, teeth messed up still. I've complained about 1,000 times. Been going through the grind, folks. I don't know if it's... I think it's all spiritual, but, obviously with all the vision stuff I've been dealing with forever and the brain stuff, everything else is kind of getting me impacted now. So please pray for me, and I pray that I can overcome it and not, it's very weighing on the mind. It can be kind of overwhelming sometimes, but it's okay because I got a great family surrounding me, and I thank you all for being here too. it can be sometimes like a mountain that I can't climb, but I know that I can because I'm not doing it alone. So if anybody can understand the encrypted language there, endure to the end, and we got to make a stand and keep our mind on things that are worthy of keeping our minds on. And Paul, I see you, Paul. I don't forget anything. Okay. I hope you're well. You and your wife. I hope you're well. Big shout out to Paul. You caught me on that. I got you on the chat. Big shout out to you. But yeah. And somebody said, I don't even know if I got one more. I can't blurt out any more music. I don't know if I can do it or not. I don't know if I can do it or not. My throat's really dried out. Johnny Cash song. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Yeah. But anyways, thank y'all. Oh yeah, Tracy, Jennifer, John. I'm catching them all at the very end here. Two Lamps, last hour news. Thank you for always being here. And yeah, Susan, awesome. Thank you. I haven't seen you in a while too on the chat. Thank you for engaging in the chat. Thank y'all so very much. Just being so thoughtful. I'm serious. There's been a lot of subscribers just during the program. So thank you for being here. What a blessing to have you guys here. Oil pulling and the coconut. Jeremy, I'm all over it, man. Got herbs, making ginseng from everything to just inflammation, black walnut, you know it, you name it. Come on now, Jeremy. I don't know who you are, but we got it. Thank you. Thank you for being so kind with that comment, because I've been doing it. So, yep. Texas House, keep it real. Yep. Johnny Kirk. But yeah, folks, big crowd tonight. Big crowd. What a blessing it is to see you guys. Excuse me for the cough, but blew your speakers up. But I'm going to jump off here. And I thank you so much for being attentive tonight and listen to me. It's really time to keep our minds. We got to get real here, folks, because things are getting super blurry and mechanisms are not what they seem. And we need to keep our mind on the prize, keep our mind on something that we all still to this day don't fully capably understand, because God only knows the mysteries, right? And we need to make sure that we apply good things in humanity. Literally good things, love in humanity. Like, get it together. And we'll see how things can change. I can't put enough emphasis on that. But yeah, thank y'all for subscribing if you haven't. Thank you for hitting the like button. And thank you for being part of the Visual Disturbance channel. And Tony, it's getting darker daily. Well, I think, Tony, they want us to think that. But on the inversion of that, flip side of it, it's been bad before we was born. Now, the job is to endure. And whatever we know and what we know, we use it for good and combat things with good. And don't get angry and bitter because we live in a dark world, because I think that's the trap. I think the entities that the principalities, the wickedness, these demons, angels, jinn, whatever you want to call them, right? These evil entities, these things that you can't see with your light spectrum, you can't touch, feel, besides Bigfoot with the Navy outfit on. I wasn't being sarcastic, by the way, but on that last little bit. But it's like they want us to do that, to be tribalistic. But when we know who we are and we walk in truth, and we want joy. We want love. We want to treat humanity good. Love thy neighbor as thyself. We need to keep our minds on clarity, not be foggy. We need to look and seek out truths to apply to our reality. Jesus says it, we'll do greater things than he did. Fact check that. Because of what he did on that great day 2,000 something years ago. So when you think about that, that's what we need to be associating and really focusing on, that we need to change what we got for the better instead of being hellacious mindset and act like they were barbaric. That's what we need to get our mind on, the things that are good, not the things that are dark. We need to be children of the day, not children of the night. We need to be not lovers of our flesh and lustful eyes. We need to be doers of good and get our heads clear before it's too late. Legitimately, I genuinely mean that for everybody out here watching this. Keep your head on a swivel. Watch out for whatever's coming down the road. Okay. And then that's right, John, and endure the pain, because it can get really painful. I got some family members right now, on top of everything I got dealing with. I got some family members right now that are dealing with some bad things. Bad things. I'm talking about illness, disease, like illness, just so bad. Yeah. So I can relate, infirmities. Like, let me reiterate, I'm not a fan of people getting hurt. I'm not a fan of seeing evil. I'm not a fan of people getting made fun of. I'm not a fan of seeing somebody that has a disability get made fun of or filmed or put on TikTok, whatever. I cannot stand for it. And like I said, these principalities want us to dive into that the demonically reality of that. They want us to latch on and laugh and scoff and make fun and be evil, think evil things. Tell me if I'm wrong. Look at the way this world is set up. If we ignore that and look for the things that are good, that's a paradigm buster. Then there's no control. There is to a certain extent, because we're not exempt, but we keep our minds on the Creator. Everything will be given to us. Like, literally, not like the golden palace, but the spiritual gifts, things that we can use to be blessings for folks in this world. It can change. We can do it. We can do it. We don't have to have machines. We don't have to have this, whatever it is out there in the cosmos. We don't have to have it. We can do this. But we've been set up, being told that we can't. And we've been seeing it on the box. It's getting crazy. Okay? It's getting crazy. So when the Anunnaki come, or whoever comes off the craft, or whatever, if that ever day comes, just remember, I'm not getting in the line. Okay? I'm going to be in the back. Houston, we have a problem. I found this red stick. It's got a flint on it. I lit it up, and then I wrapped it around with some plasma, and boom, shakalaka. Sarcasm inserted. Okay? Sarcasm inserted, because that's how crazy it's getting. We're losing our humanity, folks. We're losing compassion. We're losing love. We're losing it. We're losing it. And there's other things that's happening that's tearing this thing down. And we can sit there and say, we're better, we can do this, we can outrun it. We're not in control. That's why we have a Creator. That's why we have a Savior to literally watch over us and give us the ability to make sense of things. Okay? It's Holy driven, Holy Spirit. Things have gotten cray beyond spray now. Now the battle is on the ground. You can see it in people's eyes. I remember a song, I can see it in your eyes. What's up? What's up? Now it's like, it was like an old rap song. And I'm like, I can see it in your eyes. I don't even say it. I'm like, I'm not that way. We got to go this way. Man, you see that person's eyes? That's what I've said in the past. Dang, we got to walk that way, and let's walk 4 miles that way if we have to keep out, because something has happened. I don't know what it is. Can't put my finger on it. But things are not what they seem. But the good news is overcoming and enduring in a repentive mindset, repenting of things and not being laid to the mindset and getting bamboozled into lining up in the line and saying, hey, we'll do this because we come from whatever star system, and we put you here. And we know that would be full lies, right? That we knew that there would be lies. So we need to like fix it now before, whatever cometh this October and this November, we should fix it. And it's easy. Hello, human. How are you today? Don't call them human. Probably won't go well. But if you see their name tag at the store, hey, is your name this? Well, hey, how are you? I don't know who you are, but I'm looking for this particular part on this teeth, whatever. It makes a world of difference. And bless you, thank you, have a good day. Those few words can make like alterations to people's lives. Seriously. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How you doing? What's up? I can't speak. Where are you from? Because people are like, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from Kentucky. Where are you from? And they'll be like saying something, they're like, you can't be from Kentucky, right? And I don't ever let it get me down. I used to in the past, but it's like, whatever. You just joke and own it and live it, right? These other, it's not about where we come from. It's not about our genealogy. It's not about our family tree, family history. It's all about if we can live in one, like literally live as humanity's supposed to be. And I know it's hard now because we know all the sinful state and everything. I know, look, what I'm talking about probably will never happen according to what the Bible says. I'm talking about the way it is now, okay? But if we could just all work together and fight for humanity and for example, the Amish, they get stuff done. They build cities while we're trying to build a sink, putting a sink together in the kitchen. They already built a city. You see my point? And I'm not gonna put the Amish down. Certain things I don't believe in when it comes to religion stance, but they can get stuff done. And we're all sitting around. We don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm not educated. I put, whatever. And we put ourselves down. Remember the beginning of this program? We're all talking about negativity and, putting everybody down and put yourself down, all that. That's negative talk. I've done it. Look, I'm raising my hand. I do it. I've done it. I did it today. I put myself down because I felt like that I let everybody down because I've been sick all week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not over here preaching, saying I'm higher than thou. I'm just trying to walk this thing out and be a good light, shine the light, and be respected and respect people. That's it. Respect everybody else. Changing in the right way. Talk about Jesus, talk about God, like directional. And this self-righteous, bitterness, angry, people being narcissistic and just throwing things out and saying, hi, I'm high or higher than thou. What is that? Because according to the news,
the aliens are coming to destroy us. The nuclear plants are about to explode.
You see my point? So if a total annihilation event is happening, let's just, God forbid, if that's happening, let's pray that it doesn't happen. The thing is, though, what if? And we're willing just to be arguing about what we know, how we do this, and how much money I got, or whatever. What? We got everything wrong, folks. Jesus was saying certain things that people don't even teach in this reality. He was saying things that I'm not talking about, like making something up here or looking at different texts or different books. I'm talking about biblically, all biblical. And a lot of things are skipped through. A lot of things are skipped in the world today. And things are just, we went off. We're not even, we're like, I think it was John earlier with the darkness. We have to get it together. We have to get it together. Jennifer Smith, I see you in the chat. Welcome to Kentucky. I've been here all my life. But, yeah. And sorry to go on a big preaching rant here. But I just felt like it was worthy to throw in there. So, like I said, let's try to change it. Let's try to change our trajectory. I know that every battle, there's micro battles throughout the day. You'll get this. This is what you get. Well, why'd you speak to me? How dare you? How dare you? I've had people talk to me like that before. And y'all should have seen me when I was a milkman. I'll be right back. I'd walk out. I'd walk out. And I made some sarcastic remarks to some people. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, I couldn't find any banner. I had some banners for like, displays, whatever. And I was like, I can't find the red carpet. Oh man. Oh my gosh. I got to put the milk in the store. That's what I would say. I got to put the milk in the store. I'm trying to provide money for my wife and my children for, food and raiment while you're sitting there on your bow before me. I am of a superior authority. I've seen it all the time. Look, I respect people. When people literally come up to me and scoff at me and say, bow, literally, I used the word bow before me, but they would use derogatory words that was dark, that you couldn't even talk to your dog like that or anybody, say some very choice words, talk down on me. I would make a good light of it. And they did not like that way either, and that is not good. That's not good for a man or woman to use that and try to tear somebody down. And the person's doing everything they possibly can. So that's what I'm saying. This is being teared down for centuries, for probably 100 years in the Americas here. We have lost the family unit. We've lost the reality of even understanding of how to treat everybody with love. We don't understand we don't even know how to go outside. That's what I'm saying. So it's time to get our head right and let's just roll this thing out. Let's just do it. Let's do one more thing for humanity and do it. I mean, let's just do it. It's like they've made it out to be so complex and, oh my gosh, where do I go? I can't see. I don't know where I'm at. We got, I have to watch what I say. I could start naming everything off verbatim, but we got, microisms and, extraterrestrials and everything else, right? And we forget about the homeless. We forget about the people in the nursing home. We forget about the people that are wheelchair bound, whatever. We've lost empathy. We've lost that connection. And that is just not what I want to make that connection again. I want to be really a change. I don't know how. Look, I'm only limited to what I can do. There's days where I'm just like literally in the bed. I can't even like function because this vision thing, it's drove me up. That's a good Kentucky slang. But there's days I can't even function and I'm like overcoming it, trying to, and then I can't put a program up because I can't see well or whatever. And that's a daily battle, by the way, folks. But I'm trying, right? It's not about me. It's not. And when we're doing these shows and doing these programs, I really do it because I want to make a change. Because I feel like it's worthy to talk about it. It's worthy to just be better. It really is. And raise your hand. Tell me if you believe that, because we're at the ticking time. You know what? Like the beginning, time keeps slipping into the future. We are literally letting time get away from us, and we're forgetting how to be human in this time. So it's time to get real and time to stay literally on alert. And let's try to be better. Let's just try to be better. But anyways, thanks for the prayers. Anne Marie, it's good seeing you. But y'all keep your head on a swivel. I'm gonna be signing off now. But I'm glad I got an hour and a half in here. I was going to tell you guys that video that I was telling you about tonight, it will be postponed till tomorrow night. So I will be once again on the really cool program, really cool platform, been around for a long time. I'll be honored to be part of that, and that'll be at 9:30 Eastern time tomorrow night. So check it out if you get an opportunity. And then there's a lot of folks in here that are celebrating tabernacles. Be blessed out there, and I'll be doing the same. So, but tomorrow night, I'm shifting it because it's important. And the man has been very respectful. And we're going to talk about aliens, but I'm going to show where I come from on a biblical stance, just in a way, and be respectful. The dude's very super cool. I'm not going to get into it and say too many, I'm not going to be coming to it like, oh, look at me, I know everything. No, we're going to have a really cool conversation. and hopefully a good crowd comes and be the change he wants to see. That's what he says all the time on his channel. So, but anyways, it's gonna be a surprise for everybody tomorrow. And but yeah, y'all be blessed. Keep it fresh, keep it real. Stay away from the happy. Y'all know what I'm talking about out there. But thank y'all for a big crowd tonight. I can't believe there's a bunch of people subscribing. Thank you so very much. And my throat is like dying out on me here. So I guess it's time to go. But anyways, Bermuda Triangle coming to the future near you. I don't know. I've just been, maybe the way things going, we might end up in the Bermuda Triangle. But y'all keep it real out there. Thank y'all for attending with me tonight. And please pray for me, and I'll continue to pray for you guys too. There's all kinds of people in the names in the chat that I will not forget. And thank you for being part of the Visual Disturbance channel. Hit the like button, share this thing out, and hit all the links in the description. Until next time, Brian of Visual Disturbance. I will see you on the next one. But yeah, share this thing out, folks, if you can, with your friends, family, whatever, whoever, your co-workers. I'd be so appreciative of it. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on X. I'm trying to build that up. It's a dark platform. I'm trying to get a lot of different information out. It's just very hard to get any followers on Twitter. Links in the description. I'm on Instagram, all that. But until next time, thank y'all so much for your time tonight. And thanks again. And I'll see you on the next one, okay? Be blessed. Have a good night. And thanks. I really do. I believe that we can do this. I believe that we have one more chance for humanity if we could just pull together, like literally, and get this sin out of our head. But anyways, thank you all. See you in the next one. I'm out of here. Maybe I'm not. Speaking of singularity. Joking. See you in the next one.
I've got one that can see.